Hello everyone, welcome to Deepti's biology class. We have already covered digestion, respiration and transportation in this chapter, and this is the fourth main topic, that is excretion. So what is excretion? This is the removal of metabolic waste material and other non-useful substances from the body. Now what is the meaning of this metabolic waste? We have already studied what is metabolism, right? Metabolism is the set of chemical reaction which takes place in our body. After every metabolism, there are different types of products formed. These products can either useful or it can be useless. Now if these useless substances, if we allow it to accumulate in our body, especially in the blood, this will be converted into poisonous substances that will be threat for the life. So these toxic substances, instead of allowing to accumulate in our body, need to be thrown out. That is the main aim of this process, excretion. So in excretion what happens? Those waste products or useless products which are produced after metabolism is thrown out, right? Now is that only human performing excretion? Not only the animals, those who are having advanced or specialized system for excretion, plants are also excrete, but they lack a well-developed excretory system, which means plants are also performing excretion but not through a system. System in the sense, like you might have heard about kidneys, right? We have pair of kidneys and all we have, you must be knowing. These type of structures are absent in case of plants. So they do not have a well-defined system, but they excrete, but it is not so complex. In some of the simple way, plants also excrete. Now what about unicellular organism? Unicellular organism also remove the waste products by simple diffusion. What is the meaning of simple diffusion? Suppose this is one of the organism. Just imagine this is the organism A, and in this case of organism, this is the waste products which is more inside the cell and it is less outside. So what happens? Diffusion takes place. Diffusion is the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration. Where is higher now? Inside this organism, right? So from inside to outside, this waste will be going. After that, what will be there? Waste will be removed. Why? Because it has already diffused out. Hope this is clear. Simple diffusion means movement of substances from higher concentration to lower concentration without expenditure of energy, right? Now amoeba also undergoes by formation of this contractile vacuole, or else we can say that amoeba and paramecium excrete excess waste through tiny organelle called contractile vacuole. You know that when amoeba see the food items, what happens? They form a vacuole around. We called this vacuole as food vacuole, right? This vacuole goes inside. Now once the food get digested food is absorbed. The waste product, whatever is there, that will be thrown out in the opposite way. That time also there is a vacuole which is formed to throw out this undigested material. We call it as contractile vacuole. Now what happens? Undigested food in unicellular animal is excreted when the vacuole merges with the general body surface and opens to outside, right? Let's see how excretion in human takes place. Excretory system in human includes a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder and a urethra. This complete structures together form an excretory system, and this system produces the waste product in the form of urine. So what is urine actually? Urine is the excretory product. Urine is the excretory product in human. Now you remember one thing, the urine is formed from the blood. From the blood, urine is formed. Who helps in this formation of this urine? From the blood, this entire excretory system. These structures together help to form urine from the blood and its removal. So just see the structure and you will understand it better. As I told you, the excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys. This is one, and here you can see the kidney inside structure is shown. This particular diagram is showing one complete one, and another one is the internal structure. A pair of ureters, these tube we call it as ureters. How many are there? Two are there. So what will be the left and right? So this is going to be the left side and this is going to be the right side. What about urinary bladder? There is a single urinary bladder and there is an opening called urethra. Now you have to remember these all structures as at least as a basic. We will study all these structure in detail, especially the structure of kidney. Now just you can see there are two blood vessels here, right? One blood vessel is actually taking the blood to the kidney, right? It is giving blood to the kidney. Another one is taking blood back from the kidney. This you have to remember, one set of blood vessels. So this red one is termed as renal artery. So what is renal? Anything related to the kidney is termed as renal. Renal, anywhere if you see, you have to understand something which is related to the kidney. So renal artery, what is the function? To bring the blood to the kidney. That means renal artery always brings blood to the kidney. So here where is the renal artery? This red colored vessel is the renal artery. Normally in biology what happens? Whenever we use red which indicate pure and then there is blue which indicate impure. Actually to the kidney what happens? The pure blood from the, when the heart pumps the blood, kidney needs blood, right? So what happens? The blood is given to the kidney by a set of vessels, we call it as renal artery. Now there is another set of vessel which takes the impure blood from the kidney to the heart for purification, and this blood vessel is termed as renal vein. So what is the difference between renal artery and renal vein? Renal artery brings blood from the heart to the kidney, or a simple way you can say that which blood vessel gives blood to the kidney? That is renal artery. Which blood vessel takes blood away from the kidney? That is renal vein. Now when the blood comes to kidney filter the blood. Now what will be there in the kidney? After filtration, urine will be formed in the kidney. After that is a big process. Just as a basic you understand. Blood comes to both the kidney. From the blood, urine is formed. Who makes the urine from the blood? That is actually these pair of kidneys makes the urine. Now this urine travels through this ureter. Ureter is actually a narrow tube which arises from each kidney and connected to a bag-like structure, we call it as urinary bladder. Now in this urinary bladder there will be urine. Now this urine is temporarily stored by urinary bladder, and after a particular storage capacity, the urine is removed by an opening called urethra. This urethra is supported by a set of muscles. These muscles control the opening and closing of the urethra, right? So if you want to just sum up what is this excretory system, what will you say? There are pair of kidneys, pair of ureters, urinary bladder and urethra. What is the function of the kidney? Kidney's function is to filter the urine from the blood, and this filtered urine is traveling through the ureter. It reaches to the urinary bladder. Temporarily the urine is stored by urinary bladder, and through the urethra this urine is thrown out. So what is renal artery and renal vein? Renal artery brings blood to the kidney and renal vein takes away blood from the kidney. Now let's see just temporarily we'll see what is the overall things about the kidney alone, then we'll go to the detail, right? Kidneys are in pair, and these are the main excretory organ of the body. These are basically the filtration unit of the human body. Each kidney is made up of tiny filtration units called nephron. The first thing I want to tell you, don't get confused this nephron with the neuron. Neuron is related to our brain. Many times I have seen children are sometimes getting confusion related to neurons and nephrons. Neuron is related to the brain, so this is actually nephron. What is this nephron? Each kidney is made up of a million nephrons. Each kidney, if this is a kidney, this kidney is made up of around a million of nephron. We say that kidney helps in filtration. Actually, who helps? Each kidney is made up of millions of nephron. Each nephron helps the kidney to form the urine. So, how the kidney can filter the urine? With the help of these nephrons. Now, what are the functions of kidney? Kidney filter the waste material, some medicines whatever you take which are excess in amount, toxic substance of the blood, all these things are removed from the blood by the kidney. Actually, what helps the kidney to filter, we know, right? These are the nephrons. Now it regulates osmoregularity. Osmoregularity means fluid balance of the body. See, when you drink more water, plenty of urine is removed. When you drink less water, we cannot produce that much urine, right? All these things are also controlled by kidney. There are some other hormones also that we will see later. But temporarily or right now you can understand, kidney maintains water level or fluid level in your body. Suppose you imagine that you drink today less water. From where the urine is formed? From the blood. If so much of water is removed from the blood to make the urine, so what will be there? Your body will have lack of water, right? Such a situation should not be there, and that is what we call osmoregularity. Fluid balance of the body. That is also done by the kidney. Now regulation of the iron concentration in the body, that is also somewhere related to this osmoregularity only. Regulation of pH, then regulation of extracellular fluid volume. We have some other fluid also in our body. So all these, whatever fluid is there in your body, that is maintained only because of the function which is performed by the kidney. Kidney decides how much need to be removed from the body to maintain the fluid volume. Now it helps in secreting hormones. That also helps in the production of the red blood cells and promote bone health and regulate the blood pressure. What are the other functions of kidney? Now there are some hormones which helps in the production of RBC or red blood cell. So you have to remember one more thing. Not only that, kidney produce a hormone termed as erythropoietin. Right? Erythropoietin. Let me write once again here so that it will be clear for you. So which hormone is produced by our kidney? That is erythropoietin. Erythropoietin is the hormone secreted by the kidney. What is the function of this hormone? If only this hormone is produced, it will helps in the production of RBC. That's why secreting hormones that help to produce RBCs. Just I am writing the name of the hormone. What is that? Erythropoietin. We know erythrocytes. Erythrocytes are the RBCs. So erythropoietin is that hormone. Now not only that, there are some hormone which can even help in bone health, and it can even regulate the blood pressure of the body, right? Since it is filtering the blood, there is an indirect control over the blood pressure as well. So let's see once again this diagram. Now if you look at these both kidneys, you can see some cap-like structures here. This is actually not a part of kidney. These are the adrenal gland. What are adrenal gland? Adrenal gland are the structures. These produces the hormones called as adrenaline. You know that adrenaline hormone? Adrenaline. Adrenaline is the emergency hormone. Suppose you immediately see when you walk through a road, immediately you see an animal and you want to run away from that situation, or else you want to fight with that particular animal. In both these situations, this hormone is produced, that is adrenaline. What structure produces adrenaline? That is adrenal gland. Where is this adrenal gland located? Above the kidney in a cap shape. This structure is termed as adrenal gland. Now remember one thing, when you write about the structure of the kidney, you no need to write about this adrenal gland. That is separate part, not actually it is coming under this kidney. This is located above the kidney, but it is not a part of the kidney. This need to be remembered. So what our respiratory system is made up of? Our respiratory system consists of a pair of kidney, ureter, pair of ureters, then urinary bladder and